So you call upon demons, you call upon the abyss, and you summon up entities that lie amongst the stars. And now, how do you walk with them? Do you look at them in veneration? Do you worship them and pray for the gifts to be bestowed upon you? Or are you that kind of a Christian, a magician who thinks that, oh, I am going to summon up God, I'm going to ask His glorious strength to abide these demons, make them fall for you, to control them, and to make them slaves for you? Both of these techniques are wrong in the idea of conjuring upon spirits. And if you are using both of these techniques or either one of them, then there is a likelihood that your magic is either not working or it is causing unexpected results. So if you want to gain the answers to that, then watch this video till the end. So what's up everybody, my name is Morpheus Darkson. I am a witch based in India, and in this video I'm going to be explaining to you guys how the master and the slave morality by Friedrich Nietzsche affects our practical magical work. So I am a magician who tries to break down magic, who tries to utilize my own knowledge and experience that I've gained throughout the years to create a system for everybody to utilize in a practical way. So if you're watching this right now, then this video is meant for you. So watch this video and figure out how you can utilize all the tips that are hidden in this video into your own practical life. All right. So the way we work with demons is rather old. We have been working with demons for quite a few thousand years, and the modern technique of working with demons is rather 200 years old. It is mostly the conjuration using the circle, the triangle, and all these things. These are rather the ideas that have been created in the Goetia as well as the Red Dragon. These books are Christian in nature, and while they do hide magical knowledge, it is very likely that utilizing the entire thing without modifying it to your own practical level would be harmful to you at a certain level. So what do you mean by that? Let's just figure it out first. So the magic that you perform right now is very much based on calling upon entities and asking them to do certain things for you. And it is likely that most people are at this level. They are not at the level where they are using their own strength to conjure up spirits. And the truth is, because you are unaware about your own divinity and you're using all these knowledge that has been spread throughout the years, you are separating yourself to your own potential and causing your own misfortune. And what do I mean by that? Let's just figure it out first. So who is the master? Who is the slave in this master-slave ideology? See, Friedrich Nietzsche was an interesting philosopher. He was a man who had a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, but he was unaware on how to utilize it, and he was unfortunately not able to spread the knowledge to the people at that era. But nowadays, his work is very much famous, and people can utilize it in their own practical way. But the master-slave ideology is something that I find really fascinating because it explains how the human nature works. Most people are slaves, at least to a certain extent. All of us are slaves to certain things. Most of us are slaves to the higher powers that be. They control the media, they control the world, they control everything, and that is a fact. As of now, we cannot change it, but it is a truth that most people are aware about, at least to a subconscious level. And we're slaves to the ideology that has been spread around. I'm not going to be going political in this video, but the fact is, nowadays, if you look around, you're going to see certain ideologies more famous or more prominent than ever before. and it goes for both the left and the right. And if you look behind, throughout the years, every single time there has been a certain government in power, there has been certain ideologies that were present. But how does that relate to the slave ideology? See, the slave ideology is that following the flock. It's the sheep ideology. You are becoming a good servant. You are doing what they are telling you to do. But the problem is that not all of us are slaves. At least slaves have a mind of their own. If 10 slaves decide that they want to revolt, then it's going to cause harm. But the fact is, people are born with both the master and the slave morality to a certain extent. But 90% of the people have the slave morality at a much higher percentage, more like 80 to 90%. The master ideology is rather different. It is bred, it is cultured, it is something that has been present throughout the years in certain cultures, such as the Germanic people, the original Indian people, and certain other groups. The master ideology is the idea of pride. It is the power that be. It is connecting to the intuitive aspects of life. It is being sitting at a place and connecting to nature, connecting to your own higher self, and to figuring out how to move forward at a place when all other people and all other things have failed you. These things are the slave and master ideology. The master is the man or the woman who is strong, who is standing at the top. They are the leaders, they are the kings. And to become a master spiritually and physically is rather hard. And you need to figure out and you need to lead. You need to become a king. You need to start leading people. You cannot just stand here and just say that, oh, I'm a master. You need to lead. You need to become a leader. And not all leaders are masters. A lot of them are slaves. The master is the leader who is standing in front of you, telling you what he's going to do. And that is the thing. The master is not prominent. You can guess a lot of masters. And most masters have caused harm or have changed the world to a certain extent. Not all of them were evil, but not all of them were good. And I believe you guys already know that. The slave ideology is rather different as well. It is filling us with weakness. Modern slave ideology is prominent everywhere. It is rather funny to see that people, little kids, are being told that they can influence the mind, that they should utilize, oh, I should play video games every day. I should read manga. I should watch anime. And the parents, because they're afraid of what their child would do, they are focusing on giving them the pleasure. But the thing is, the pleasure that they're getting is causing harm to them in the long run because they are not developing the skills that they were supposed to. Life desires something. And I'm going to make a video on this in my next one, which is a Kundalini video. But the fact is, life is something. Life is nature. It is the willingness to move and change. But the fact is, my friend, if you're watching this video, then you have been influenced by the slave ideology to a certain extent. If you're not a millionaire right now, if you're not happy with your own life, at a place where you're using your own life, where you're using natural resources to live a healthy life, that means you are a slave. Hell, even I am, to a certain extent, part of the slave ideology. I'm not totally the master yet. And I can tell that because I'm not a master yet. And most people are not. If you can get off the grid, if you can make a certain level, either financially, physically, or mentally, if you can get at the level where you are independent, then you are the master. And it is very likely that you are not. So, how does the master ideology help in magic? See, if you're performing magic, if you're summoning entities, summoning demons, gods, all these things, what happens is that you're conjuring them, either you're venerating them, oh, I love you, Lucifer, my Lord, my Savior, please bless me with your power. Or you are saying, Lucifer, I bind you with the power of God, I bind you with the name of Yahweh, do my bidding. Both of these ideas are weird. Both of these are funny and dangerous to a certain extent. I hope Lucifer hasn't gotten offended at my saying this. But the fact is, people who are walking with these mindset, they're going to lose, because both of these are slave ideologies. The master ideology in this is different. It is understanding yourself. It is calling upon Lucifer, looking at Lucifer at a level where you don't have ego between you, where you know that, Lucifer, I know that I am not at the same level as you right now, but I am a king of my own world. I want to be the king of my own realm, and that's why I want your help. I seek to create a business relationship with you. I seek to gain knowledge from you. I seek to gain your power, and I seek to provide you with something in return. That is how we do this. And the fact is, you already know this. If you're watching this video, it's very likely that you already feel this inside of you. But the thing is, you haven't called onto it. You haven't answered the feeling. You haven't answered the call that your soul has been giving you. Your blood is boiling, and it has been asking you, please answer my call. But you haven't been doing that. You are becoming Kenpachi Zaraki, who is not answering his own Zanpakuto. This is the entire thing. You're not answering your will. You're not answering your call. And that's why you're losing. In this part is where we go to intuition. Intuition is probably one of the biggest and the best thing that people should know about. If you use intuition, you don't need anything else. I can tell you 90% of magic can be done with intuition. Imagine setting up a circle, right? Jesus Christ. A circle in which you summon up entity. You're supposed to be using salt for the circle, but you're intuitively feeling that you should use flour instead. So you go out and get some flour instead of salt, and then you create a circle, and your magic becomes much more powerful. This is the thing. Your soul is very much the god of your own reality, and because of the quantum field that we all generate, we all have our own quantum fields, and our soul is a ruler. Our high self is a ruler of our own quantum field, and we are just avatars for that. So, in order to utilize all these things, you need to figure out your own intuitiveness. And if you cannot do that, then your magic is gonna fail, as it has failed already various times. I'm not becoming a dangerous man. I'm not trying to be sharing some weird ideas, but you need to figure out how to deal with this. You need to figure out how to develop yourself. And if you want to read more about the master and the slave ideology, I would suggest you to read Nietzsche and read Thus Spoke Zarathustra first. It is probably one of my favorite books right now. Also, if you like this video, I would appreciate a like. If you could subscribe, that would be interesting. It would be great. My goal is right now to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this week. So let's see what happens. And I believe I can do that if people support me. If you want to learn more about magic, then you can always communicate with me throughout Instagram and other social media. And if you want to know more about why you feel as if you're stuck in darkness, watch the video that is on your screen right now. I will see you guys later in my next video. So goodbye, have a great day, and take care.